Yeah, Bandrew, you got a oh, you're drinking Pellegrino and a pizza in the oven. Yes. Cool. So, well, I'm gonna get right to it. See, this is a weird. You guys. Oh, you can't see my website. Let me show you. See this thing? You can see on the bottom. See, it says this right here. By continuing to use this site, you agree to the cookies, right? So Alan Tepper helped me set all that up because this is for that GDPR, whatever that nonsense was with the email lists and websites and that ridiculousness. So I tried to do that, right? I tried to comply with that. Worst mistake of my life because my email, since then I haven't sent out an email because almost all the people who were subscribed, they didn't click that button. So, and I just got really depressed with that whole thing that it literally killed my email list. Having to ask everyone to opt in again. And I know, see, I tried to do it the right way. I know most people, they didn't do anything. They just sent out an email saying, "Oh, there's new guidelines or something about how we handle your information and blah blah." And that's it. They didn't actually get people to opt in to those new guidelines. So it's terrible. So now, anyway, Alan Tepper helped me set this up on my website, and so now this little thing comes up, right? And now. But even when I hit accept, okay, it goes away. That's fine. But literally, probably if I refresh my website, or certainly if I open it up let me try opening it up in a new browser. I mean, a new tab. All right. So anyway, this Chrome session, it'll stay there. I mean, it won't come up again. But literally, if I close Chrome and open it up again and go to my own website, I have to accept it again. And it's like. So that means everyone in the world who's coming to my website is going to see this stupid thing every time. Really? Really? That's how it is? Wow, what a bunch of horse you know what. All right, I'm going to put the camera on me for a second and I'm going to look at all this stuff that we're going to talk about. Oh man. Well, first of all, I'm setting up, I mentioned last week, but I'm setting up for to do NAB in April in Vegas. So NAB, National Association of Broadcasters. And I'm going to be in the podcast pavilion. And they asked me to run the Ask the Expert booth again. So that's going to be really awesome. I'm going to open this up. All right, let me share this because I don't like, I kind of like hanging out and saying hello, but like at the same time, I really want to get to some content here. So this is from iZotope. This is iZotope. They make really great software. They make all kinds of different software, notably RX7, which is new, and also Ozone 8, which is mastering software. And anyway, here they're showing, oh, you read this one? Cool. Yeah. See, tips for producing and mixing with headphones, right? So, I mean, and by the way, when they're saying headphones, you see, they're talking about real headphones. Like, they're not talking about earbuds or a headset, right? Like, that's the thing. Like, I was actually on a session today, and I asked the guest, are you using earbuds or a headset? Right? Someone connecting through the internet, right? I said, are you using earbuds or a headset? And the person was like, a headset. Oh, okay. Okay, so then I said, okay, can you just tap on the microphone on the headset? So then you hear you hear a little tapping on the mic. Okay, fine, right? And then I forget how it came about, but I heard the wire like rubbing or something, and I'm like, wait a minute, is the microphone on the wire that's coming down? And the guest said, yeah. And I said, well, wait, then you're wearing earbuds, right? And he said, yeah. I mean, this is further proof that almost no one these days knows the difference between a headset and earbuds. I don't know, why is that so hard to understand? Hey, I got a little surprise for y'all. You got to let me know if you can hear this. All right, all you people with good ears, I'm going to put the volume on 20%. So, can you hear that? Can y'all hear that? Is it too loud? See, I'm going to look in my audio hijack. And oh yeah, it looks like it's playing. Is that too loud though? That's a good level? All right, cool. Yeah, I kind of just want it on in the background, but it just helps keep the energy, right? I'm not that exciting of a person. So, need all the help I can get. So anyway, this is mixing with headphones, and what they mean is real headphones, like what I'm wearing right now. See, I'm wearing real headphones right now. Yeah, headphones. We're gonna have to start doing this to teenagers or something. Like, show them headphones and go, headphones, and then show them earbuds and go, earbuds. I mean, I don't know. I'm in a mood today. I'm telling you, these big companies kill me. Everything. I mean, if I was running my business like an idiot, like all these people are idiots, I'd be out of business in 2 seconds. No one would ever stand for that. All my clients would literally leave in one day. They'd be like, oh my God, this guy's an idiot. He's charging us a lot of money. But yet, so many established companies, especially when they have a monopoly, they don't care. They'll treat you like nothing. They'll lie to you. They'll have different representatives tell you all different things, and no one cares. You'll talk to the next person, you say, oh, the last person told me that, now you're telling me this. No answer. Nobody cares. Oh yeah, you want me to bring the music down a little bit? Yeah, it's just supposed to be in the background. Where is it? Oh, try 10. I'm sure that's a lot better. So, right, this article talks about choosing headphones, right? It's good to choose headphones. And check it out, the Sennheiser right here. Oh, wait, I'm not showing you my screen. Sorry. There we go. All right. So, choosing headphones, and look, right here, Sennheiser HD 650 headphones. That's actually what I'm wearing. They're pretty good reference headphones. They're, a little more expensive than average. I think they're probably about $230 or $250. So, that as far as headphones go, that's a lot of money, right? But why did I choose the 650s over the 600s? Actually, I met a guy here in a local studio in Colorado Springs a while back, and I was just about to buy some good headphones, and he mentioned that he had the 650s, and he's a mix engineer. So, and he told me, he in the conversation, he also said, well, I tried these, I tried those, and previously I had this, and this, and so it was a guy who, he's a mix engineer, been in the industry a while, and he said that the 650s are really good. So, that's a high recommendation. So that's just what I got. I didn't really look around that much. See, that's the benefit of knowing people who, with a lot of experience, and then who know a lot of things, because when they, give suggestions, it carries more weight, right? You all know that. So headphone habits. Well, okay. So part of this is talking about volume, right? Because you can't listen at really loud volumes for a long time, because your ears get fatigued, right? They call it ear fatigue. It says right here. You gotta. That's why the rule of thumb that I use is try to mix at like a medium level, or I should say monitor at a medium level, and then and sometimes turn it lower, and sometimes make it louder. So, but kind of monitor in the middle. And it's funny with podcast production. Well, I should say with music production, one of the cool things you can do is while you're working on certain things, you can actually keep the volume pretty low because you're not actually, critically listening for things or EQ and compression and all that. So, when you're routing things and bussing things and, plugging in things and, especially in the beginning of a mix, you can keep the volume pretty low because you don't need to really critically hear. But yeah, a good level, 84 dB is actually the flattest level. Yeah, this one got louder, huh? See? All right, 5%. And so sometimes you can, 84 dB is the flattest, as far as equalization for your hearing. That's the flattest volume to listen at. But, turning it up sometimes, you got to turn it up to feel it and certain things like that. So, but you got to be careful of ear fatigue. So that's the thing. Monitoring at loud levels is not recommended. So you could take breaks. That's kind of what it says. Well, tonal balance. Then it goes into, so iZotope has this thing called tonal balance control, where it's it's multi-band and it's sort of, it's kind of like a mastering tool. It's a mastering tool, so you can kind of gauge like overall levels of the low mid and the high mid and the highs and the lows, and then you can set like you can see right here. There's a preset for bass heavy. So it'll make it bass heavy, and of course you have to use your ears for all these things too. So, you can't just, almost nothing is set it and forget it, right? Hold on one second. It's like I can't. I'm just checking something. Okay. Yeah, Heather, I was just checking for your real name. Because I don't want to call you Sun Power Pod the whole time. Hey, Travs Mac, love my DT770 headphones, but I'm liking the Sennheiser 5XX headphones I picked up from Massdrop. Oh, really? That's pretty cool. I think Mark Johansson might have the DT770s, or do they make an 880? He might have that too. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, match the mix with SonarWorks. Hold on. Matchthemix.sonarworks.com. Wow, it's hard to see that URL. Actually, there's a few other games. Oh, did I do this one? Toggle. Okay. Here we go. Oh, and let me just make sure you guys will be able to hear this. So is my Chrome going through the audio hijack? See, no. Ugh. All right, well now I guess I gotta set that up, huh? Well, I don't think I can do it on the fly. Actually, I think I can. Yeah, hold on a second. Hold on. You're not gonna hear. The audio's gonna drop right here, but then you're gonna see me. I'm gonna put a block for Chrome into my audio hijack and then restart it, and then we should be able to hear it. All right, hold on. All right. I should be back. It's hard to monitor the chat. Audio Hijack is so good. It's the reason to buy a Mac. It really is. It really is. So, all right. So let me know. Okay. So I'm going to turn off the music, which is this service called Pretzel. I don't know if you guys heard of this. You could see this on the it's an app, and I pay for it. I think I might have even paid for a whole year, but all the music in here, and there's a lot, it's all like safe for videos and streaming and VODs and everything. So none of this music should get flagged. In theory, on either YouTube, Twitch, or really anywhere. So that's kind of cool. So let's make sure you can hear. Make sure you can hear this. My Chrome. Wow, so many dumb videos. Oh, that's because I'm on this account. Those are like just the generic videos. So here's more of what I watch. All right, let's go.
Hi everyone, I'm Rick Beato. On today's Everything Music, we're going to talk about iconic guitar solos that you...
Can you hear Rick Beato? Let me know in the chat real quick if you could hear that video, that little piece of video I'm just playing here. Because if you can hear Rick Beato, then I'm going to play Match the Mix, right? That's what it was called. Yeah, you heard him. All right, cool. So I can get rid of that. All right, so should we do this? Oops, play. All right, switch between your mix and the reference track. Oh, I tried this really fast. Wait, I did this. Didn't I do this last week? I did. I played this one last week on the stream. All right, let me try it again. Why not? All right, adjust the EQ. All right, good. Well, let's do it. I might have to turn up my headphones here. Oh. All right. Oh, marvelous. I got a marvelous 86% accuracy. All right. Well, what did I miss then? Again, I don't know which is green and which is blue. Oh, wait. What was mine? Mine was blue. I don't see again. Anyway, I missed it. But that is cool. We should do a little contest. We should do a little streaming contest to see if people can get that. So, all right. So anyway, we're talking about the tonal balance control, and then what else was in this post? I'm just scrolling down through it. Yeah, it was a lot about the tonal balance control. So let's go to the next little thing. Spire Studio. This is I don't know where to put this. No, my little Ecamm streaming software has like it's like a little thing on the screen so I can see like what is actually being streamed, which is very handy. But the thing is, I don't know on my screen where to put it because it always seems to be in the way. Was that the Fletcher Munson curve? Seriously, Bandrew, you can get a tattoo of the Fletcher Munson curve. Although they updated it, and I don't know if it's exactly correct. Hey, if I type in hello to the chat, can you all see that? Sent. Oh, 3 succeeded. Oh, Periscope. It said, please start your stream. Anyway, I don't care. Well, I know. Yeah, I see you guys in Twitch and probably YouTube got it. Cool. Yeah. See, I'm such a newbie streamer. It's crazy, and I'm doing everything in one computer and everything. So, anyway, this Spire Studio. You see this? This is it right here, and is there a better picture of it? There you go. Well, you can't really see it, but he's got it sitting on the table, and this person has it sitting on the ground right there. And here it is. It's sitting on a table. So it's like, looks like a little canister. Wait, that's not it though. Oh, that is it. This is it right here. Yeah, so it's just a little thing, and you can plug instruments into it, and it's a recorder, so you can plug instruments into it, and it has microphones on it somewhere. I think several microphones. And the news is that they now have an Android app, I believe. So I think they always had, celebrating the Android app. Yeah. So anyway, I don't think it's cheap though. I don't know how do we figure out Shop Now? What is Shop Now? Oh, there you go. $350, and there's even a better picture of it. So and it's also made by it's made by iZotope. Yeah. Yeah. So iZotope, who makes all the cool software. Oh, they even got a little carry case. Anyway, I haven't tried this yet, and I probably won't, but I just thought it was an interesting piece of news. Yeah, no, it's not Waves, it's iZotope, Andrew. Yeah, I just figured that out. I remembered because I knew it, but I forgot. So, yes, Chris Webster. What's up, man? Yes, Chris Webster, Podcast Engineering School graduate. Congrats. That's a big accomplishment right there. In fact, we just had class number 6 of the current semester. We had class number 6 last night, and it was nutty because we were finishing up the mixing part, and I went way long on the mixing because we were just getting into all kinds of cool stuff. We got into side chaining and, a little deeper than normal. But then we also talked about editing. So, all right, Spire Studio, that's that. This new Waves plugin that I want to try. I mean, you guys know I'm a plugin aholic, if that's such a thing. So, hey, Addie, what's up? I'm actually just getting some water. The Podcast Planner on Twitch, right? Twitch is cool. I think Twitch and YouTube are probably the 2 apps that are really good for live streaming, right? So I started watching this guy who streams about cryptocurrency and stuff, and he does it on Twitch and YouTube, but he's been doing it on YouTube for a while, and I think he has about 2,800 subscribers, and on Twitch, he has almost nothing, because I think he started that much later. So, and anyway, Twitch is a smaller swimming pool. Hey, Ross Brand is here. What's up, bro? Glad you're here, man. Glad you're all here. Don't forget. I mean, so here's the thing. It's your first time using Twitch, right? Twitch is very cool. But seriously, I basically prepared a bunch of topics and news articles and things I want to comment on. But if you guys have questions, or if you have things you want to comment on, definitely say it in the chat, and we can talk about other topics. I mean, this is the lounge. I hope you're all just chilling like villains and enjoying yourselves, relaxing. I don't know, but I guess West Coast, Addy, it's only, is it 4:30 p.m.? So I don't know, still working hours. See, and one thing I've realized about live streams too, and so I'm gonna drink some Pure Leaf iced tea. One thing I see on live streams is a lot of people drink alcohol. And I used to be a professional at that, but I stopped that a long time ago. So anyway, I'll drink iced tea and stuff, but yeah, feel free to have a drink and whatever you want. This plug-in here, this is from Waves. It's a new one. It's a brand new one, and you don't know how much I want to try this, and it's actually on sale for $39. Are you kidding me? Please. Oh, that reminds me. I could start up my music again. See this? Whoa, now that seems loud though. Anyway, it's at 3%. Really? Okay. 3% seems a little low to me. I don't know. But I'm sure you can hear me clear. Obviously. Frankly. So the Abbey Road TG mastering chain. All right, Abbey Road, if you don't know, is a studio in the UK where the Beatles and Pink Floyd and a bunch of other really big people recorded. Right? Abbey Road Studios. And so a lot of like the mixing boards and like the plate reverbs that are like up in, you know, in these chambers, like in the ceiling and stuff, like and recorders, like 2-track tape recorders and all of this stuff, you know, they were on the cutting edge. And anyway, this plugin is called the Abbey Road TG mastering chain. I think they actually they probably show a picture of it. If we watch this video, it might even show, like, I think it was like almost like a little mixing board desk, but it's basically for mastering. And so you have, you know, phase, and you have some EQ, and you have some compression and limiting. And I mean, actually, if I could get a bigger picture of it, I could probably show you. Let me see if I can find a big image. Right? Wow, these images look terrible. Right? I don't know, why is it sometimes hard to find high quality images, right? I don't know. Anyway, this isn't that clear. Even on my screen, it's not that clear. So for you, it's probably terrible. Ugh. All right. Anyway, you get the idea. It has some EQ. It's a mastering chain, so it has a little bit of EQ, has some compression and limiting, and anyway, it's supposed to sound really good and be really awesome. But yes, Ross Brand, yeah, that's the Restream.io is the service I'm using, and it can stream to different platforms like YouTube and Twitch, and what's the other one? See, that thing's in the way again. Oh, well, I'm supposedly going to Periscope, but I don't even know. I don't even want to bother checking that. Oh, Mixer. Mixer's the other platform it's going to. And normally I would go to Facebook, but again, today, like, of course, with Facebook, they make everything a pain in the ass. You got to set up a separate computer, log in, get your stream keys right. Then when you start streaming, then on the other computer, you got to click go live. And I mean, really? So that's annoying. So, and something's not working with the Facebook today. So that stinks because, you know, I started that Facebook group and a lot of people have been joining. So anyway, that's a cool plugin I want to try. Have you guys tried any cool plugins lately? Actually, what I'd like to know too is if you've never used a plugin, let me know. Because I mean, plugins are not for the newbie kind of a person, and sometimes even the medium level podcast engineer or producer like doesn't use plugins, because some of the DAWs actually have good plugins right in them, and people don't think about them as plugins. They just think, you know, like, oh, let me use an EQ. They don't think of it, ooh, let me use a plugin as an EQ. Right, Heather, you've been using some from RX-7. Cool. Yeah, Ed Sullivan, Facebook is a disaster. I mean, it really. In fact, I really like it. It would just be a lot easier on everybody and my conscience if I just didn't even have to worry about Facebook. But problem is, a lot of people are on Facebook, right? Banjo says he tried running his podcast through Vocal Rider before going to compression. I got too aggressive with it and didn't want to fiddle with it, so I just shut it off. Yeah, you gotta, the gain staging is critical, right? You gotta, from flowing from one processor to the other one, you gotta make sure your thing's in the right order, and it takes a little time to tweak it. I use my Vocal Rider last in the chain, always. Well, I shouldn't say always. There's a rare occasion when I use it earlier, but that's really rare. Ross Brand never used a plugin. Not sure if ScreenFlow takes plugins. That's right, you're doing your production in ScreenFlow, so. And Trav's Mac, the Mac Daddy, Helios 69 Legacy on my Apollo Arrow. Fantastic for short mics. Oh, that's cool. You got an Apollo Arrow. That's a audio interface, which it's a really good one, and I don't even think it's that expensive. So the music seems like it just got loud, but it's not too loud, right, you guys? I mean, I'm at 3%. Oh, there's 3%. So it's 3%'s good, right? Oh, look at Bandrew. He's also using, thanks, Bandrew. He's also using the Apollo Arrow. I'm going to look at that. Really? Hey, you guys have these cars? Bandrew, how do you like driving around in this car, bro? Oh, God. Right? You got to put audio interface. Here it is. Oh, it's Universal Audio Arrow. Apollo, it's not an Apollo Arrow, but anyway, it's okay. There it is. There's the Arrow. And, oh, it doesn't say the price here, I don't think, but yeah, look at that. So clean and cool. Now on the Arrow, like with all the other Universal Audio gear, can you have, is it a plug-in processor as well, or is it just an audio interface? Shape your recordings into records with genuine UA conversions and classic studio sounds. Yeah. Oh yeah, track with near zero latency through mic preamps. Yeah, see, now I gotta move this. You know what? I'm gonna put it on the bottom right. My little monitor of myself. So. Yes! Oh, cool. So, sorry, I didn't want to leave the page here, but so on the Arrow, yes, you can put a bunch of plugins from UA on this interface. Yeah, I made the decision last fall, when I was thinking about like what I wanted to buy before the end of the year, you know, for tax reasons. I was really looking at the Universal Audio stuff and the Apollo stuff, and you know, and I kind of was like thinking I might want to upgrade to all that equipment, but I mean, literally, I probably would have spent about $5,000 on good plugins and a good Apollo 8P and all that, and I was like, I just couldn't do it because I don't need that, right? Anyway, so I don't, you know, I didn't exactly need that. So, all right, which compressor plugin should I use? Should I choose for my mix, right? So there's a lot of different compressor plugins. I'll tell you that. Yeah, the UA plugins are really good. I've never even used them, and I know they're really good because guys like, I've seen other guys on YouTube, like we were just watching him, Rick Beato. He went through all his plugins, what he uses in mixing, and he Universal Audio, a bunch of them. But he does use some wave stuff. He does use the FabFilter too, so it's kind of cool. Like it's kind of cool to hear that like a lot of the plugins I'm using for podcast production, and some of you guys are using them too. There are actual like music producers using the same plugins, like because they're that good of quality. So So choosing a compressor, how do you choose? Well, this is an interesting article from Waves, and well, you got VCA compressors, which is voltage control amplifiers. Obviously, we're not going to go into all the technical details of all these, but you got FET compressors, field effect transistor. That's what FET stands for. And optical compressors. And one of the reasons I wanted to show this. Yeah, Bandrew, for fab filter stuff, you can definitely wait. And the 3 fab filters I have that I love the most, my favorite plugins are the EQ, which is the Pro Q2. Also, the Fab Filter Pro MB, the multi-band compressor, that Pro MB. That might be the most ridiculous plugin ever. That's how good it is. And then the other one is the de-esser. Fab Filter de-esser is the best de-esser I've ever used by far. So I want to show you, because we just looked at VCA compressors, FET compressors, and optical compressors, and I real quick wanted to show you this. So, oh, see, hold on. There we go. It might still be getting cut off, but all right, this is a Reaper session of, this is actually my show, episode 107, Jim Collison, that's coming out tomorrow. So if you're not subscribed to the Podcast Engineering Show, you can, and I'm going to show you a compressor. But Ross Brand, yes, I'm using a compressor on my channel strip, which is hardware. So I literally have this mic plugged into a hardware unit, which is a channel strip, which is a Neve Portico 2. Really good mic pre. It has an EQ, which I'm not using, and it has a compressor, which I'm using a little bit of. Not much. And that is what's going into, that's what I'm streaming. So, yeah, Jim Collison, we had a really good chat. I mean, it is really pretty funny. So, anyway, that's coming out tomorrow. This is the actual mix of it. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All right, what I wanted to show you was, all right, so here's my effects. These are the effects that I'm using on my voice. And, of course, the Schoeps Omni channel. If you guys, I mean, I'm sure you guys have heard about the Schoeps Omni channel. It's a really awesome plugin from Waves. And look, here's the compressor module, right? This one I highlighted. And look, right underneath, VCA, FET, and optical. So in this one compressor plugin, you can choose between VCA, FET, or optical. And I don't know why, I just usually choose FET. And I do sometimes click through them and try them, but the FET seems to be like clear and warm. The optical is like really warm, like it's like a lot of low end, and it's not super clear. So maybe for certain instruments it would be good. And VCA is also clear, but maybe not as warm. And again, I'm just talking from my experience of what I hear. Like you should really click through them and listen yourself. The differences are subtle, though. I will tell you that. They're not huge differences, but I typically use the FET setting there. So, oh wait. Okay, so there we go. Wow, this song is really going nuts. So we're still talking about compressors. Oh wait, let me look at the chat here. The Omni channel is my dominant plugin. Thanks to you, I have presets. Yes. Oh, right, you can have presets for everybody. Oh, it's just great. Yes, Ross, my channel strip is really awesome. Because I was thinking to myself, I would see a channel strip like that, which probably cost me about somewhere between $3,000 and $3,500. That's like a once in a lifetime purchase. And I mean, I'll use this thing till I die. And so if you do the math over time, it's not that expensive and it's tremendous quality. So yeah, buying good gear is, it's worth it. Anyway, that's my idea. But yes, Bandrew S, can you show the order you run your audio through plugins? Yeah, okay. I'll show you my voice. We could start with that. So, and I mentioned this in class last night. This is interesting. This episode, the Jim Collison episode you're looking at on the screen, which is not going to be published till tomorrow morning. When I brought my track into the DAW and I have my effects preset, which we're going to look at right now. I have my effects preset, and when I listened to a portion of my voice so I could tweak my settings, I didn't tweak a thing, and it sounded wonderful. I mean, perfect, really. I didn't touch a thing. But even though usually each episode, I'll tweak a little bit, just a little, tiny bit, because it's not only how I process my voice in this episode, but you have to mix my voice with the other voices. So if all the other voices have a lot more low end, let's say, they just feel like they're more beefy, and my voice, it might be the same EQ as the last episode, but comparatively, now my voice sounds wimpy, I might have to add a little bit of low end into my voice. And then maybe the next episode, I might have to remove that low end, right? So it's always I'm always tweaking, but my point here is that this episode, I think, in my opinion, my voice sounds the best it ever has. Like, I won't say by far, but to me, it just sounded like when I heard it, it was like the first time, maybe forever, that I literally heard my voice and I really felt like, yes, that is nice. I don't think I've ever felt that in my life. But on this episode, I literally felt that right off the bat, and I didn't touch any of my settings. So, yeah. So here about audio quality, it's such a nebulous thing. I mean, I don't know how many of you were involved in the Twitter conversation that Ray Ortega started like 3-4 days ago when he was asking about microphones and is it worth spending $400 or $500 for a microphone when an ATR 2100 would do just fine? And Ray's great question. His question was like, does it really make a difference? And what difference does it make? And that's hard to explain. I mean, how would you, like Bandrew, you just said the audio quality of my show is something that you'd like to have that audio quality. Well, what makes that audio quality better than another show? Right? Try to explain that. That's hard to explain. Anyway, I did in the Twitter feed. If you look up Ray Ortega on Twitter and just scan back 3-4 days, there's a lot of people commented too. It was a really nice thread on Twitter. And anyway, I made a bunch of comments about my thoughts, and it was pretty cool. So, I don't know, maybe I should find that right now and just read through it. But if you really want me to find that Twitter thread and read through it, let me know in the chat. But hey, Carrie, welcome. Where are you, Carrie? Are you in, for some reason, I get the feeling you're in Colorado like me. All right, we're lounging in the lounge. And this lounge is brought to you by... Where is it? Podcast Engineering School. Learn to engineer and produce podcasts at a professional level. And who's this goofy guy? Look at him. Oh, God. All right, enough of that. Anyway, you get the point. It's Podcasters Lounge. I'm happy you're all here. Far away. Oh, Carrie, you're from far away. Okay. Maybe you're in Far Rockaway. That's close to far away. Oh, Bandrew found the tweet thread. Yes, if you're interested, click that. Oh, by the way, the coolest thing is, let me ask you, Carrie, can you see Bandrew's podcastage? He just shared the tweet thread link. Carrie, you can see that in YouTube, right? Oh, you're in Delaware. Yeah, because here's the thing. This Restream chat, Like, it supposedly takes all the Twitch comments and puts them on Facebook, and takes the Facebook comments and put them on Twitch, so that everybody from different platforms can just comment, and it's all mixed into one chat. So, Carrie, let me know if you could see Podcastage, his comment from Twitch. Or the other way around. Bandrew, can you see Carrie? Can you see Carrie's comments? She just did like 4 comments. What else does this... Not seeing it. Yeah, maybe there's a delay. We'll see. Andrew. Non-emulative digital compressors. Okay. Multi-band compressors. Oh, man. Here, let me show you the Pro MB, because I'm such a fanboy of it. Where am I going? Oh, okay. So, Bandrew does see Carrie's comments in Twitch, but YouTube may have banned his comment because of the link. So, anyway. Where's the Pro MB? There it is. Oh, but this isn't... Oh, wait. I can add the preset. Wait. Yeah, level to mix combo. Yeah, this is the... Oh, man. And I'm not using this on my voice, but I am using it on the bus. The bus of all the voices on my episode. So anyway, that's the Pro MB. I love that. So that's a multi-band compressor. Oh yeah, low-level compressors. I don't know what that is. Squeezing it all in. All right, enough of compressors. What else we got? Oh yeah, match the mix. This is what I just played. And then you have Sound Gym. Actually, I wanted to try this on the stream. So here's that match the mix. Oh, next level. Wait a minute. I didn't know I could go to the next level. All right, let me turn off this pretzel. I'll pause that. And ooh, now I can go to the next level. Let's do it. Next. Ooh, now there's 3 EQ, 3 controls of EQ instead of just 1. All right, you ready? You guys ready? What do you predict I'm gonna get on this from 0 to 100%? What do you guys think I'll get? The last one I got was what, 86%. So, what do you think I'll get? What percentage? You think I'll get 100% and nail it perfectly? I don't think so. Bandrew says 75%. Okay. People have a tough time recognizing. Yeah. Yeah, Ross, I agree, man. I get your comment. It's you know, in the world of podcasting, that's one thing I explained to Ray in the tweet thread, is that in the world of podcasting, there's, you know, again, most people listening on earbuds and stuff, there's not much difference. Like, if you use an ATR 2100 and you use it well and you speak into it well, you're fine, really. I mean, I have a client with a really big show and she uses an ATR 2100. Of course, then I mix it. I add my little, I do my thing. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, let's do this. Here we go. All right, so we got 75, 87, 92, and 80. All right, here we go. Oh, sorry. Got to hit play. All right, I'm going to go with this. Oh, who got 80? Oh, Heather, you nailed it. Oh, God. Do I give away a prize or something? What do I do? Wait, so what did I miss? So the blue is me, right? See, you saw me pulling down the mids. I should have pulled down a little more mids. Not mids, 600. See, I didn't even look at the... I didn't even look at what frequencies it was. Was that there before? Were these frequencies there? Did it say what frequencies it was? I thought it was just 3 sliders. Anyway, I think it was just 3 sliders. But anyway, I should have pulled down the middle one a little more, and I should have added more low end. You saw me trying to add more low end, but I didn't want to add too much, right? So, anyway, you guys want me to do one more, or should we move on? See, and you want me to do one more? Okay. Oh, no, you're saying yes, that the frequencies were always there. Okay. Right? I had the middle and then I pushed it back up a little, right? Yeah, it's tough. But I'm wearing good headphones. Oh, the final. Wait. All right, let me do one more level. 4 sliders. All right, let's do it. All right, but we need predictions now. So what was my first one? 86. Then the second one was 80. So let's get the predictions going. And someday I'll give prizes. And you know what else I want to do? Yeah, go ahead, type in your predictions. And while you're typing in, I'm just going to tell you that I have so many visions for this streaming, right? 86, 80, 74. Ah, I see what you did there, Bandrew. I have a really big vision for the Podcasters Lounge. And it's going to take time to unfold. But part of my vision is I would love to have you. I want to be able to figure it out in my system. Maybe through Zoom, I can have some of you guys connect, and maybe you could play the game live. I'll play one, then you play one, or whatever. I don't know. Yeah. So let's see. What did you say, Carrie? 91. Yeah. See, because I'm getting the hang of it now, right? So this is yeah. All right. All right. Ed Sullivan, 84. Carrie says 91. Heather says 82. Addie says 90. Okay. Ooh, Carrie and Addie are pretty close. All right. And Bandrew says 74. Thanks, man. That's classic. All right, let's do it. Ready? Next level. Okay, yeah, there we go. All right, so look, let me actually look this time. 100 hertz, 300. That's good. Big separation there, and of course, huge separation there. So you got 1.2 kilohertz and 3.5 kilohertz. All right, this will be good. And they should put a timer on this too, right? Like that, because one thing last time, like, the beat repeats and stuff, and like I kind of wanted to let it. I kind of gave myself enough time, but like it seemed like when eight long bars had gone, like I had to stop it because it would have been boring in the stream for me to go on for like too long. But all right, let's do it. Oh, wait. There we go. I just wanted to push that up. All right. I'm going to submit it. Oh, really? Bandrew. 73. Wait, so what did I miss? All right, Bandrew, you were close, man. And thank you all for guessing so high. I feel like I let everybody down. Wait, this doesn't make sense. Yeah, I guess I was pretty close. Yeah, but see the green. why is the green line smooth here where the blue one goes up and down? I mean, I know why the blue one goes up and down because I'm adjusting these two separate frequencies, but the green one is smooth. That doesn't, or maybe they wanted me to hit the, see that's a little weird, right? So how would I match that up perfectly? It doesn't look like I would be able to. Huh. Yeah, that was pressure, Addy. I'll do the next one and close my eyes like, oh wait, I just thought of a movie reference and I immediately forgot it. Isn't there a movie where he's like someone shooting or something and then they close their eyes and they do it perfect or something? I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking of Mr. Miyagi. All right. Is that enough? That's enough for now. I did 3. Star Wars? Ah, yeah, Star Wars. Thank you. When Luke was learning the Force and he put the helmet over his head, the blast shield over his eyes, and then he had to do it blindfold. I could do, you know what? I would, if I had physical sliders in front of me, I could do that. That'd be easy. But you know, clicking on the screen and dragging with your eyes closed, that's real Jedi stuff right there. All right. That was pretty fun, actually. Yeah. Should I do one more? Or are we good? I can't wait until some of you guys could try this too. Oh, well, there's another game I want to play. Want to play the other one? Maybe we should do the other one. But it's like the delay on chat is interesting, right? So here's the other one. I'm going to do this now. Actually, I'm going to log in. And this one is called the DB Challenge. 5 chances left. What does that mean? I can do this five times? All right, the DB Challenge. I have to place 12 correct answers to pass the challenge and enter the contest. And the first place in the contest wins Adam A5X studio monitors, which are pretty good monitors. Yeah, second place, a 1-year Splice subscription. I don't know what Splice is. What is Splice? Is there a link? Splice. Find your sound. Samples, loops, and effects. Okay. So that's definitely for music production. All right. Let me start the challenge. How's this work? Select the right amplitude difference in dB. All right. You guys, can you guys still see me and you're still seeing me and hearing me? Because I haven't seen any chats. I mean, I know, yeah, not that you have to chat every second or two, but like all of a sudden it just seems like everything got quiet. And now I'm wondering if I'm still streaming. Yeah. All right. Cool. So all right. So I'm gonna set the right amplitude difference in dB. So I'm assuming, like I mentioned, I think I mentioned it last week. I'm assuming that they're gonna give me 2 sounds, and there's gonna be a difference in dB, and I'm gonna have to either guess the difference or something. I don't know what I'm gonna have to do, but why not? I have 5 chances. And so do you, by the way. Go to soundgym.co and well, don't go now because now you got to watch me. But after you learn from my mistakes, then you can go do it and you can win some Adam speakers. All right, let's do it. Oh, I got lucky. Okay, so it is the difference between the two. Yeah, that's 18. That's a big difference. That's 1. Oh! All right, that was 7.5 dB difference. Yeah, that's not much. Yeah, that's 2 dB difference. That's pretty close. Oh! That's 3.5, yeah. Definitely -6. This isn't not that huge of a difference. Oh, it is 11? Really? How was that 11 dB difference? Wait, what did I got 5 out of 12? That means I got 7 wrong? Did I really get 7 wrong? Or did I just miss something? Oh, that's weird. Continue. All right, I got 4 chances left. Well, come on. You know I'm going to do this. And I'm going to turn up my headphone volume too. You had 3 lives. Oh. So, but it says place 12 correct answers to pass the challenge. So maybe after I get through 12, like even if I get 1 or 2 wrong, I wonder if I'll be able to get 12 correct answers. Or do I literally need to ace it, get 12 out of 12? Anyway, let's try it again. You guys can hear it, right? It's a decent volume for you, this piano stuff and everything. I hope you can hear it. I'm going to turn my headphones up. All right, you ready? Place your bets. Who thinks Oh, I should mute my mic. I can hear myself now in my headphones, which I'm not used to because I have it turned so loud. All right, here we go. What? That was not 5 dB difference. That's -11. Wait, is this... These are the same questions and answers? That was easy. These seem to be the same exact... See, that's really close, so it had to be 1. Ah, see? I think last time I picked -3.5. See, I think last time I picked -1, and it was wrong. But it really sounds like 1 dB. Oh, again! I got it wrong! Oh! Oh! Oh, you guys are seeing me crash and burn. All right, come on. You know I'm just going to get this. I'm going to get this done, all right? You're going to see this. Yes, I got rocked. I got foobarred. Oh, here we go. Okay. All right. Well, that's got to be 18 dB. Yeah. That's a lot. And this has got to be minus 17, right? That's a lot. Yeah, okay. Oh yeah, here's my lives. I just realized that. This has got to be 7. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Oh, that's a lot. Yeah, that's a lot. That's minus 23. Yep, good. Oh, this is tough. See, I want to choose 2.5, but I feel like I've chosen the smaller one before, and it was the larger one. Oh, I went against my intuition. That's minus 12, because 23 is too much. Yeah. Yes, Beauty Bubble. Welcome. Yeah, this is minus 12.5, right? Yeah. All right. Getting closer. I'm going to say minus 9. Yeah! So after hearing 9, it's easy to choose 11. Oh, wait! Come on, it was even bigger than... Oh. Huh. Yeah, I thought. Good thing. This is 6.5. This is not 11. Yeah. All right. One more? That's a lot. Ah. I'm going to say 14.5. Oh, no. Oh, devastated. Seriously. All right. You know I'm going to finish this, right? Because, look, I got 2 chances left. We're going to get through this, okay, people? Come on. That was easy, 1dB. That's 4, not 1. Yeah. That's 2, not a half. Yeah. That sounds like 3, not 1. Yep. All right. And again, this one, that's a lot, so it's got to be minus 11. Yes. Man, I really want to choose 2.5, but right? How can that be 1 dB difference? Oh, God. Oh, yes! This is 1.5. This is not 3.5. Yes. I think this is 7. Yeah, all right. Look at this one they give me. 2 dB or 1 dB louder. Yeah, baby. Wait, I think I had this one before, and I think I chose -10, but it was -14.5, right? I think. Oh. This one's easy. Right? Half dB louder or softer? It's clearly slightly louder, right? I don't know. That's gotta be -11.5, because -17 is a lot. Yeah. Oh. Getting close. This is 3.5. Did I do it? Wait, what? What? This is -2. Yeah. Did I do it? Hey, I passed the challenge. Well, now what? All right, continue. So wait, that. I guess that since I passed, I was I got entered into the contest, right? Yeah, baby. Got to drink some iced tea for that one. Wow. That was pretty cool. See, it takes you a little time to get into it, right? And get used to it and, know what you're hearing and whatever you're hearing it on and all that stuff. So now I got to turn down my headphones a lot because I had cranked them up just to hear better. And I'll start playing this thing. So there you go. So go over to soundgym.co and you can play yourself. And that's fun. It was fun. All right, so, oh yeah. Oh, I might have to, so here's the thing. This is another, from Isotope. It's another post. And using RX-7 to mix a live Bob Dylan recording. So, and there's Bob Dylan, right? And he's still alive, right? Bob Dylan? I mean, think about that. Wow. Anyway, so Chris, in this video, watch 4-time Grammy-winning producer and engineer Chris Shaw use RX-7's music rebalance to clean up mic bleed on a live Bob Dylan recording. All right, later, brother. Awesome. So, all right. So anyway, I watched this video, and it's funny. Here's the thing. I worked with Chris Shaw in New York in the early mid-'90s when I was in New York working on records. I was his assistant engineer back then, and what we were doing was we were actually remixing a Sarah McLachlan song. So what happened was they sent, you know what, just to change it up, not that you want to see me or anything, but yeah, baby. Anyway, back then, I was his assistant. We were remixing a Sarah McLachlan song, which was a single off her record back then. What song was it? I'm with this other music playing, I'm not gonna be able to think of it. Anyway, so they sent us the tapes. They weren't the master tapes, right? Because when you do a remix, what they do is they take the master tapes and they make a copy of it. And then with the copy, you can, and it's pretty much an equal copy. Then you can just do stuff. And what happens is if you lose the tape or if something happens, you know, the masters, you don't mess with the masters. So anyway, we were remixing the song, and there was a little different instrumentation. I think some producers added a little different, but Sarah McLachlan wasn't there, and none of the band was there either. So it was just me and Chris Shaw in a room for like, I don't even know, a couple days, maybe 2-3 days. It was at least 2 days. It wasn't just one day. We were there for a couple days. I think part of it was we were sort of doing the mix, and then we sent the rough mix, you know, to the people at the label who had to hear it, and then they gave not that they gave feedback, but maybe they did give feedback, and then we kept mixing, whatever. But that remix that we did, I never heard that anywhere. So maybe they never used it, right? Because sometimes, a lot of times, they do stuff in the studio and they just never use it. Like literally, they never use it. In fact, that happens a lot with newer, younger bands, right? These big labels, and today, I don't know if they do this today, because today everything is all messed up. But back in the day, the big label with all the money, they'd see a local band that had promise, and they'd say, all right, we'll sign you to a record deal. We'll pay for you to go into this studio and make a record. And the label would put up some money, maybe 50 grand, whatever, 100 grand, whatever. And the band would go in, record this album, and if the album just didn't work out, or it didn't sound right, or they didn't like it, and so they just wouldn't release it. Like literally, they would just keep it and not release it, and no one would ever hear it. And the reason the reason they used to do that, and I'm sure they still do that, but not the same way. So let's say the record label spends 100 grand to record an album. The next step is to put out the album and promote the hell out of it. But if the album isn't good enough, then it doesn't make sense to spend the money to put it out and push it. So it's kind of like, instead of, throwing a bunch of money at it and hoping that it works, they just sort of cut their losses and shelve it. That's the term they use. They shelve it. So, anyway, so when I saw that Chris Shaw was using RX-7 to mix at Bob Dylan, and you can find this, and I'm gonna have to somehow, yep, there you go, Bandrew, that's exactly right, podcastage. So I'm gonna have to figure out a way, like all these links I prepare before the live stream, I'm gonna have to figure out a way, unless I could just put it in chat right now. That's a little lame though, because then you can click it now, but you might not want to click it now. So I should put all these links in the description later, right? I think I should. I don't know. Anyone who knows how to stream or do anything with videos and stuff, let me know what I should do. Because I mean, all these URLs I'm showing you, it's stupid for me to say, oh, just go to iZotope and find this video by Chris Shaw. Anyway, I guess I could put it in the description later, right? Yeah. Cool. Yeah, so I'll add the description, like after the live stream and everything, then I'll go to each platform and just paste in. Yes, hold on. Yes, it was Hold On, Beauty Bubble. That was the song. How did you know that? There's a new... Was it mixed by Chris Shaw? Oh, did you look it up on the internet? Maybe it was released. I don't know. Did I get credit for that? Is my name on that? Hold on. Oh. This is dumb. Me just checking for the... Anyway, I don't think the... Oh, new version, whatever. Anyway. Oh, it doesn't even list all the credits and stuff, but... Anyway. You worked for Shep Gordon. Who is Shep Gordon? Is that Commissioner Gordon's alter ego? Oh, yeah, okay. So, all right, so that's the Chris Shaw. Well, and so before I leave this topic, Bob Dylan recorded like a live performance, and he's singing into a mic, and there's other people singing into mics, and behind them somewhere was somebody just getting down on the tambourine, like just, I mean, tambourining like crazy. And so, so they were literally with RX-7 removing the tambourine, and they could remove most of it. I mean, like almost all of it, but there was still a little bit, but it wasn't much. So you can live with that. Put it in the description, or if you embed it. Right, or maybe I could, even before I stream. No, I can't do it before I stream. I can't put the links to everything I'm showing you in somewhere before I stream. But anyway. All right, so there you go. Oh, I saw this tweet from Anchor. And by the way, here's the Podcasters Lounge. Oh, did someone follow us? Oh, Addie! Yeah, baby! All right. So Anchor, y'all know Anchor. Anchor is this app that, well, the easiest way to start a podcast ever. Creators first, free on Android, iOS, and web. For support, DM us here or email, whatever. So Anchor is an app, and a lot of people are creating their podcasts on Anchor because you can literally just talk into your phone and you just set up the podcast feed and it goes right to Apple Podcasts. But I saw, here we go. Here's the tweet right here. We will build a podcast studio in your office for free. Yeah, I know, Carrie. I know, Anchor. Ugh. I agree. Yeah, I don't think any serious podcaster or any serious, network of podcasts or anyone serious is going to use Anchor at all, literally. But hey, it's good to have it. So maybe, you know what Anchor, I think in the best case scenario, what Anchor is something that allows a bunch of novices to get involved. And so they might use Anchor for a little bit, and then they're going to get frustrated, and then they're going to want to upgrade. And then when they want to upgrade, they're going to find, Dave Jackson, me, Daniel J. Lewis, all the podcast coaches and consultants, and then they're going to want to learn how to do it for real. So Anchor is like, maybe it's a good gateway drug. So anyway, I clicked through on this tweet, right? I have to. This is like... Yeah, Carrie, you have an office. Well, here's the thing. First of all, it's only in New York City. But this is what you learn when you click through this tweet, right? You learn that it's only in New York City, and that they'll basically come to your office and meet with you and sort of consult with you, and then they're going to suggest a bunch of gear, but then you got to buy the gear. They're not giving you any gear. And then maybe, I can't remember if they said that, like, when you get the gear, if they're going to come back and help you set it up. I don't remember reading that either. So, I don't know. But this, I mean, look, the headline is, I don't know, this is why headlines are misleading, and that's why marketing, I don't get marketing. Like, I mean, my podcast engineering school is a tremendous value to students. And every single student that's been through it will tell you that exactly. Not because I told them to, just because that's been their experience. But I don't know how to market it. And so I would never make these bold statements like that. Like, we'll build a podcast studio in your office for free. I mean, really? I mean, come on. So exactly, Anchor. Anyway, good for them. Let them go nuts. Let them, you know what, Carrie and everybody else? Let them spread the word of podcasting. Let them make podcasting a lot more popular. And I'm telling you, the people who start with Anchor, they ain't going to stay with Anchor forever. They won't. Because all their listeners are going to be like, oh, why does it sound like crap? Look, Mark Johansson is calling me. I should actually answer this. Mark Johansson. Dude. He's calling into the show. He says, did I win? What is this, a radio station? Podcast Engineering School. What's your name and where are you calling from? Yeah, so anyway, Mark, they can't hear you, so it's not going to work, but let's talk later, brother. Thanks, brother. All right, bye. Yeah, Mark, he just wanted to bust my chops, so Mark Johansson called me, so, but that's awesome. Anyway, that's the story from Anchor. Yes, whatever else you want to say about Anchor. So NAB 2019. Like I mentioned earlier, NAB is in April in Vegas, and I'm going to be there manning the Ask the Expert booth with a few other experts, including the people I'm following on my Twitter account, which is Addie and Ralph and Carolyn and me. And we're all going to be there at NAB at the Ask the Expert booth. But here's the thing. They just sent me an email that says free exhibit hall passes for NAB 2019. So, I don't know. I guess if you want to come to Vegas and just come into the exhibit hall, I could get you free passes. I don't know what that's worth, but anyway, as the time gets closer, I'll promote that a little more. NAB. So if you didn't know, at NAB the last couple years, or at least last year, they've designated an area, and they call it the Podcast Pavilion, because NAB is the National Association of Broadcasters, and they're trying. So that means radio and big media, right, and all the supporting businesses. But what they want to do is bring podcasting in, so they made this little area. It's called the Podcast Pavilion. You know, there's probably maybe 10 or so podcasting companies, you know, Libsyn and Blueberry and others. And so there's going to be an the Expert booth. That's where we're going to be. And so anyway, but there's a lot of gear there, a lot of manufacturers, like all the big, you know, Shure, Sennheiser, Audio-Technica, all the big microphone manufacturers are going to be there. So Mark Johansson, is that you? Garage Gym 411? Yeah, baby. What's up, man? Glad you're commenting. He calls me, and isn't that cool? That's something I would do. I'd be like, oh, my good buddy's streaming. Let me call him midstream. So anyway, NAB, I get you free passes to the exhibit hall. Which, by the way, the exhibit hall is like, how many acres is it? Like 100 acres. It's stupid big. That's how big it is. I can't even explain to you. One of the halls, first of all, when you're at one end of the hall, first of all, there's multiple halls, and they're all huge. But if you stand in one hall and look long ways, I'm telling you, you can't see the wall. You can't see where it ends. That's how far it goes. It's ridiculous. So NAB is going to be fun, and it's in Vegas. And Ralph M. Rivera is going to be there. So, all right. That's NAB. What else do I got? Oh, the Podfest email. All right, I'm going to just do one thing. So I'm going to switch so you guys can see me on the camera. And now I'm going to go through some of my emails and bring them up in their own tab. And I know I'm not doing this right, because I know, like, I'm kind of like, I don't know, like I feel like I could do it more smoother, like have everything open in tabs and just switch between the tabs, but I'm a hack, okay? I'm a hack streamer. That's it. All right, Pod News, you guys get the Pod News email. Hot Pod, we're gonna just cover all these real quick. And then where's the Podfest, there we go. And so, is that all there was? All right. Podcasting was on the NAB side, not the AES side. A zillion acres. Dude, Mark, I can't explain it. I literally can't explain how big that place was. I mean, we were at the hotel next door. For us to go from our hotel room to our booth, no joke, probably took 25 minutes or 30 minutes. I mean, just walking. It's crazy. Okay. All right, so now I'm going to share my screen, and we've been live for an hour and 37 minutes, and of course, the Podcasters Lounge. You guys like that name, by the way, the Podcasters Lounge? It's brought to you by Podcast Engineering School. Yeah, baby. All right, now let's talk about some of this email. Well, here you go. Podfest. Podfest is in Orlando. Wait, when is it? When is exactly Podfest? I'm confused now. Let me go to the website and see. It's in March, right? Or is it March? Oh, end of February? March 7th to the 9th, 2019 in Orlando, right? That's Podfest. There you go. All things podcasting and new media. Ooh, new media. All right. So, yeah, March. Who's going to Podfest? I know I'll be there. I'm going to have a booth. I'm going to go nuts in 2019, by the way, for Podcast Engineering School. We're going to have a booth at every event, all the podcasting events, and NAB. All right. So, anything interesting in the Podfest email? Oh yeah, this whole thing, you probably heard it by now. iHeartRadio announces the very first podcast awards. Here, I would pay good money. This is what I would pay good money for. To see a video of the moment that Todd Cochran was told about this. I want Todd Cochran on the screen, and I want somebody saying, hey, Todd, iHeartRadio just announced that they're going to be having the very first podcast awards ever. And I want the camera on Todd, and I want to watch him. That's it. I mean, that's must-watch TV right there. He must have got so mad. Right? I know he tweeted or he put something in Facebook too, but yeah, it's just ridiculous. And Chris Kremitzos actually put something in Facebook earlier today about this too. And Chris's post was great because he's like, you know what? Maybe we could find it. Why can't I see? Oh, Podfest? No, wait, Podcasters Hang? No. Oh yeah, is this it? Yeah. Chris Kremitzos, just my 2 cents. Podcasting has award shows that have been going on for years. I truly wish these reporters did a simple search to discover that instead of rewriting iHeart's press release. Todd Cochran has been at the forefront of this, and podcast movement has had an award show. Next thing, they will be starting the first Hall of Fame for podcasters, of which Gary Leland has already pioneered. Lazy reporting. It's an insult to all the independents that make up this amazing medium. Title should read, iHeart throws their hat in the ring, creating another award show for podcasters. I mean, well said, Chris Kremitzos. Where is he? He should be on the stream too. Right? So it's just dumb. And why in the podcasting space are there's so many things that are just dumb. Like, did y'all hear that Daniel J. Lewis just got kicked out of Apple Podcasts? You heard his show got literally booted out of Apple Podcasts? I mean, are you kidding? That guy has done more for podcasting than almost anyone. I mean, how many years has he been podcasting and putting out great stuff? Really great stuff. I mean, who in the podcasting space knows more technically than Daniel J. Lewis in terms of width and breadth of knowledge? Like, I might know more than him in terms of audio engineering. That's fine. But in every other single area of podcasting, that guy knows 100 times what you and all of us know put together. And he gets kicked out of Apple Podcasts. Why did he get booted? I actually don't know yet, but he's actually for his Podcasters Society. I don't know if you guys are members, but he has this Podcasters Society, which is an awesome, just a ridiculously awesome membership community. It's not cheap. I think it's like $400 a year, but it's just stupid awesome. Like, if you need help with anything, literally, even if it's like WordPress crap, you can get answers to everything. And there's so many people in this society. It's awesome. Yeah, he gets booted. So anyway, he's gonna do a presentation tomorrow night for the podcast, for his Podcasters Society, of which I'm one of his expert volunteers or expert contributors. I don't know what you want to call it. But anyway, I'm part of the Podcasters Society as the audio engineering expert, and he's going to tell us tomorrow night. He's doing a broadcast. So I'm sure you all will find out like immediately after that, right? Why he got booted. But the cool thing is he actually said that, or he sort of hinted that he almost did it on purpose, or he was like he was like researching something. So I literally have a feeling, this is just one of my gut feelings, that it's probably wrong. I think he might have done something to his show, like, you know, the information about his show, like the title and the subtitle and the author field and all that stuff. I think he might have changed something just to see what Apple Podcasts would do, and maybe what he did is what got him booted. So maybe now he's going to report back to all of us and tell us what he did and why he got booted. And then, of course, the whole reason is to tell us all what we should not do, just to make sure we do not get booted from Apple Podcasts. So, yeah. Triton to be acquired by Scripps. I mean, there's so much. I mean, well, most of you weren't here last week on the stream, but there's so much like corporate podcasting stuff going on, and I always feel like it has nothing to do with us. You know, the grassroots of the podcasting world. It's like, it's just these big corporate types who it's all about money and the bottom line, and it's fine. It's fine. It's great, actually, that they're doing it, but I don't feel connected to it at all. And I just, you know, I've said it before. It feels like podcasting is split into two. One is the big one side is the big corporate side, and then the other side, which is like 95% of people, it's all the grassroots, you know. It's just us. So, but that's okay, because, you know, they're out there spreading the word about podcasting, so they'll probably get us, you know, more listeners and stuff too. So, Pod to Pod, I haven't looked through this. I don't know. Did you guys look through Pod to Pod? It's another email list, another email that comes every week. I'm always wondering how, like, I can get my podcast engineering school into these emails, but I don't know. I never know. It's like, and I've actually I've tried to contact some of these guys, and I don't know. I just don't get a response. Like, and it's okay, because, you know, in the big scheme of things, I'm a nobody, right? My school is nothing. It's a tiny nothing, and same with me. Even though I have a podcast, I'm nobody. You know, I don't have any pull. I mean, maybe in some little areas I might, but anyway, the whole point is, it's like the podcast industry is so big and wide that I don't know who to talk to, and whoever I talk to doesn't know me, and it's like, I don't know. Marketing is my big problem, really big problem. Yeah, Bandrew. Well, Bandrew, I think I have pull in certain areas, and I think it's growing too, right? So that's part of why I'm doing this live stream too, is like just to get out there more. Like, you know, my weekly podcast, or actually it's not even weekly anymore. It's sometimes it's weekly, sometimes it's every other week, right? But But the reason I'm doing the stream is just to get out there more and just talk more informally, right? Just more about topical stuff. Mark Johansson, yes, I did work with Jeff Buckley, actually. It's one of the highlights of, I mean, it was literally one session, but my roommate and best buddy worked on that whole album, and I got to be there every day, like not in the studio while Jeff was there, but I was there, and I got to hear when my roommate, who was the assistant on the session, and Andy Wallace was the engineer, he would, if I was in like another studio, because Soundtrack had a bunch of studios, he'd call me. He'd be like, dude, meet me in the dub room. And the dub room was like where we had all the cassette players and DAT players, and like if you had to make copies, because usually in recording sessions, like at the end of the night, everyone wants to walk out with a cassette, right? Because they want to be able to go into their car and listen to what we just did in the studio. So as an assistant engineer, we'd have to run to the dub room and make like a bunch of copies. That's why they call it the dub room. And so anyway, while he was making copies of the Jeff Buckley stuff, he would call me and be like, dude, come into the dub room. And we would just sit there, and they had speakers in the dub room, and we would just listen to all the raw outtakes and everything that Jeff did. And it was just crazy. I mean, there's versions of some songs that ended up on his record. There's versions that I heard in the dub room that I liked way better than what even made it onto the album. But, yeah, making copies. Yep. And I didn't even look at the Hot Pod either. I don't know if you guys get Hot Pod. What's the TLDR? Too long, didn't read. A walkthrough on how Apple Podcast charts can be scammed. Well, that's another, like, Apple Podcasts, I'm tired of them. Like, I mean, they have, in a way, they have such a monopoly, and they don't take podcasting seriously at all. Like, put some money into it. Do things right. God. Why does it matter? Why does anything matter? Good question. Oh yeah, EW Scripts to acquire Triton. Like, what does that even mean? Well, I guess you could read and find out. How several news and political podcasting teams are approaching the midterm. Okay, whatever. Political stuff. Washington Post has named a host for its upcoming daily news podcast. Okay. And Career Spotlight, Renee Richardson, and more. Okay, so that's, again, the Hot Pod is mostly corporate type stuff, right? So, yeah, Beauty Bubble. Okay, follow his Twitter. The guy who runs Pod to Pod, Joe Berman. Yes, there you go. Yeah, I like Pod to Pod. It's kind of like a quick and dirty email. Like, you could tell I know the guy who used to work on it and do it for that guy, and he said it was pretty much not that hard to do and all that, but it's good. It's good just to quickly scan things, right, and stay on top of things. Banjo says, I think the reason they don't invest money is that they don't make any money off of it. They may be making all the changes currently in order to prepare for advertisers, maybe. Dude, I just had a moment of realization here. Dude, check this out. I've been following cryptocurrency lately, and I've actually gotten into it a little. I made some tiny investments, right? Whatever. Just kind of playing around, whatever. But here's the thing. All cryptocurrency is based on the blockchain ideas, which is where it's a decentralized record of transactions. So it's decentralized, meaning nobody owns it. I mean, there has to be some infrastructure to hold it, but it's all public, it's all open and everything. Instead of Apple Podcasts being the central hub of podcasting, which it is right now, there should be a decentralized blockchain that holds the RSS feeds. You could easily do that. And then people would be able to do whatever they want. Like if you just put your podcast on there, it's on there. And yeah, I don't know. Anyway. Start a company, call it Blockcast, go public. Yes, an ICO. Pod News, this is a great email. I was supporting him for a while, and I thought I was gonna get my podcast engineering school logo down here, but it never. Even though I was supporting them, I fell through the cracks, and they weren't sharing the love back toward me. So, but anyway. 11-year-old math genius hosts a podcast. And yeah, there again, a lot of corporate news, and usually in this newsletter. What do we got here? Opinion. By the way, I did listen to this. Ty Asks Why. The lead story here. This Ty Asks Why. This 11-year-old math genius. And I don't know if it's a male or female. And actually, I listened to about the first 2 minutes, and I still don't know if it's a male or female. Because an 11-year-old, how do you know? But anyway, it sounded pretty good. But first of all, when I clicked play, like look, is this gonna take us? No. Oh, here we go. I clicked on this, and I went here, and I was like, okay, got it. And look, listen now, boom. So I hit play, and literally when you hit play, the first 30 seconds, because I watched the timer, the first 30 seconds is an ad for another show from CBC Podcasts. How annoying is that? I click play to hear this, and all of a sudden I hear these other two women talking about some show and blah, 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 and it's all NPR-ish, the tone of it, and it's like, oh, ugh. All right, enough already. So, that just, ugh. And anyway, then the kid comes in and starts talking, but even the kid sounded natural, but it did sound scripted. I will say, it sounded scripted. Now, what does that mean? I don't know, but it just wasn't, it didn't have that natural feel, which I get it, There's something to be said for good production, right? And there's a reason why Serial and other shows get big. I get it. But there's always the angle of authenticity, right? There's always the feeling you get, like, is this authentic, or is it just a money grab? Are they just trying to sell an ad or sell me another show when I clicked on this show, right? So, it's tough. It's not easy. All right, y'all are winking at each other in the chat. and so if you guys, seriously, if I ever do anything that's a little, like, not, if I could do things better on the stream or anything, please let me know. Like, don't feel bad about saying, hey, Chris, could you do this or could you not do that? Speaking of not doing that, looks like, why did the music get so low? Right? Seriously, I had it at 3% because with those loud songs. See, this is annoying. If I'm going to have to ride the frickin' volume knob of this player, that's no good. Right? It was perfect before? Really? At 3%? Okay. All right, I'll put it at 4. I can't even hear it. Okay. All right, thank you. Thanks, Bandrew. See? Thank you. Now, what were we looking at? Vocal Rider. Thank you. Yeah, less is better. All right, Heather, thank you. Mark. All right, I don't know. Sometimes I look through this, like, I don't know. I like all these emails. I really do. Pod News, Hot Pod. I just like skimming them, and I'm sure you do too. If you're probably, you probably get the same emails, and you're probably bored sitting there thinking, why is Chris going through these emails, which I read already this week? So anyway, we're kind of coming down to the wire here. There's our Podcasters Lounge Facebook group. And what other big groups are there? Well, there's, the Podcast Editors Club, right? Steve Stewart. He's actually in in my podcast engineering school right now, meaning this semester. And new client says he shared his Dropbox folder with me a week ago or so. I finally found it. It's the folder labeled podcast. Right? Isn't that, like, that happens to me all the time. Like, I'll record something and then someone will share it and it'll be like, they'll just label the folder like Chris Curran or something. And then, like, I end up having other folders named Chris Curran. So it's, anyway, Dropbox is funny like that. What else? Oh, the podcast, podcast movement. We got a long, I mean, what? It's like 10 months away or 9. I think it's 10 months away, podcast movement. But I'll definitely be there with a booth. It's in Orlando as well. So there's, Podfest and Podcast Movement are in Orlando. They're both in Orlando. So, Heather, you like hearing my thoughts around, the emails? Okay, cool, yeah. There you go. So, if you, just to make sure, yeah. So this is the page on the school's website where it has all the info for Podcasters Lounge. And obviously you can watch the stream in a lot of places. And like I said in the beginning of the stream, I really think I really want to ditch Facebook, but you know what I have to do? I just have to figure it out. Like, I'm going to do a bunch of test streams, right? I just got to figure it out because it can't be that hard. And I just got to figure it out. So I will figure out Facebook because I really do want to stream there, and all these others. But also, we have a Twitter and an Instagram, so you can find the Podcasters Lounge wherever you want to find it. Like I mentioned, tomorrow for the Podcast Engineering Show, cool episode coming out with Jim Collison. So Heather says, so much pod stuff in the US and even Australia with like Ozpod, but nada here. Wait, where are you, Heather? Oh, no. Oh, yeah, Heather. Okay. Yeah, where do you live, Heather? And also, Ross asks, anyone else going to DC Podfest in November? Well, I know 2 people who are going to be there. These 2, Ralph M. Rivera and Carolyn Rivera. They're going to be there for sure. I don't know if Addie's going. Oh, you're in New Zealand? No way. Oh, that is so cool. All right, well, and wait, do you... See, I didn't look... I know we're connected on Facebook, or at least you're in the Facebook group, Heather, but I didn't look at your profile or nothing, so if you have a show, or just message me or friend me, I don't know. I'd like to know if you do a show, and I'd like to hear your show and all that stuff, figure out what you're doing. Ross, thanks, man. Thanks for offering to help with the live streaming. I mean, so far, tomorrow, guess what I'm getting tomorrow? The cable company, I'm upgrading my internet speed because, as you can see right now, I think I'm streaming at 720, but it's not that great of quality. I'm sure you all know that. I'm sure you can see that. You're actually seeing that. But and I meant to address this earlier, but I do want to stream in higher quality, but the bandwidth of my internet service isn't enough. I mean, I'm really getting about 10 megabits per second upload, which is not enough. So I upgraded my plan, which is going to cost more money, and now they got to give me a new modem, right? The new modem. So tomorrow the new modem's coming, so then I'm going to swap that out, and then I'll upgrade my service, and then hopefully I'll be able to stream in 1080p. The problem is Facebook only accepts 720 and below, so I don't know what I got to do for that, but I'll figure it out. But I'll have a better internet connection, and I'll be able to I'll have a better internet connection, and I'll be able to stream in higher quality, which will be good for everybody. So GIG internet, what is that, Carrie? I'm getting gigabit from gigabit. That's what I'm getting. 35 megabits per second up. And I think 1,000 down, but the down doesn't matter that much. It's the up, right? I am wired, Ross. I am plugged in. Dude, I'm plugged in. Gigabyte. Yeah, gigabit is what I'm getting. Yeah, DC Podfest. So, wow. It's the top of the hour. Can you believe this? We're actually This has been a 2-hour stream. I don't know. I'm liking the streams. If you guys, so thing is, if you can help me, like, as you can see, I just kind of prepare a bunch of talking points, and you saw I played a couple games and stuff. Yeah, but if you have any suggestions on what I can do on the stream, or even how to include you more, let me know. I mean, this is the lounge, man. This is like literally picture we're just sitting around on like this, you know, old, you know, 19th century furniture, sipping something and just hanging out, like listening to music. Like this is the lounge. So whatever you want to talk about, we could talk about. So yes, Bandrew, what's your question, man? Bandrew has a question. And one thing about streaming is like my goal is to stream 2 hours every Wednesday evening, as you can see right here on the screen. Wednesdays 7 to 9 Eastern. But cool thing is I don't mind going over, right? That's the cool thing. So thanks, Ross. Oh, Ross, man, that means a lot coming from you, man. Ross Brand, Livestream Universe. If you guys seriously check out Ross at Livestream Universe and check out his streams. I mean, he's just killing. And he also has a lot of material on how to stream. So that's awesome. Carrie, you want to listen to some phonographs? I love that. We need to get a real record player, though, like with a needle and everything. Bandrew asks, you may have convinced me to finally do it and go for a decent mic pre/channel strip. Have you looked into the Shelford channel from Neve? I was back and forth between the Shelford and Portico. Wasn't able to decide. How'd you decide on the Portico? Shelford channel. I've never even heard of that. Let's check it out. Ooh, look at this. Shelford channel. Oh, there you go. 1 rack space. So it's a thin 1 rack space. And by the way, rack space, you see these 4 holes here? They make racks like there'll be like a left rack and a right, or left rack and a right rack, and you could screw these into a rack. And this is called 1 rack space. And if it was double the height, that would be considered 2 rack space and all that. That's what rack spaces are. Transformer gain mic pre, inductor EQ. Wow. Diode bridge compress. Whoa. That's some pretty fancy lingo there. I've never tried this or used it. Sounds like the best aspect of the 1073. Really? Okay. It looks kind of cool. How much does it cost? I mean, I don't want to just, I mean, I'm not judging on that solely, but honestly, you can tell a lot by how much, at this level, you can tell a lot about how much it costs. Wait, so why can't I see? Oh, Sweetwater. Sweetwater. I really never buy anything from Sweetwater. Do you guys buy from Sweetwater? But I do have a Sweetwater rep who follows up with me several times a year. Oh, that one's $3,500 versus $3,200 for the Portico. Really? Oh, shoot. Sorry, Carrie. Dang it. I wish. Yeah. All right. So what I was looking at was this. This is the Shelford channel. This is what I was looking at. I said this is the 1 rack space unit I was talking about, and these are the holes where you put the screws in and you screw it to, you know, a rack. So that's 1 rack space unit. If it was twice the height, it would be 2 rack spaces. And right, transformer gain mic pre, inductor EQ, diode bridge compressor. Yeah, I mean, it looks like they're kind of taking some of the electronics out of the best Neve gear over the years, which is great. So, and then I just looked here, and yeah, this is $3,500. This is interesting. I mean, I like this. So, what they're saying here, that it's using a bunch of the electronics from the great gear. That means a lot. And so here's the thing. I have the Portico 2, and I gotta tell you, I like it, but it's not the best channel strip, or it's not the best processor I've ever used. Like, you know what I mean? I'm definitely not going to tell you that this is the greatest thing and you need to get one. I'm not going to say that. It is really good. The mic, obviously the mic pre, right? That's a lot of what you're paying for is the quality of the mic pre. It's just ridiculously good quality. So I would never tell you the Portico 2 is really good, but I'm not going to say you have to get one of these. And honestly, this Shelford channel is looking really interesting. I don't know, Bandrew, I don't know if there's a way if you could... well, first of all, I want to look closer at it. Open image in new tab. Can I do this? All right, that looks really grainy. But all right, you got the mic gain. This is a finer trim knob. So this is your gain, but this is also gain. But this is in 6 dB steps, and this is fluid plus or minus 6 dB. So this is like the coarse tuning, and this is like the fine tuning of your mic pre. That's what that is. High pass. Yeah, so this is your high pass filter. And then you got EQ, low frequency, mid, and high frequency. Oh, so that's pretty small EQ. There's not much going on there. Well, wait a minute. Is that all the EQ? Because the high frequency looks like it's either 16K or I can't even read that. Was it 10K? So the high frequency shelf is pretty limited, and the mid and the low have adjustable frequency, so that's pretty good. But I will say the Portico 2 has a much lot more control in the EQ section. But this isn't bad. This isn't bad at all. And you might not even use a lot of this EQ anyway. Like I told you, I have the Portico 2, but I don't want to confuse. I don't use the EQ on this, actually, because, well, I don't really need to. I don't really want to. I just want more of the pure sound. So then you got the compressor section, threshold, ratio, gain, timing. I don't know if that's attack or release or both. And then you have blend, which is awesome. That means you can blend your dry signal with your compressed signal. That's really awesome right there. And texture. Silk. Oh, the silk mode. So this has the silk mode too. Can I click on this and make it bigger or something? Wait, why would I... what the... Anyway, this also has the texture and the silk mode. So, yeah, in a way, they're pretty similar. Yeah. In a way, they're pretty similar. Oh, I think I missed a bunch of chat. Ross asks, what's the minimum you need to spend for a pro quality channel strip? I don't know what the minimum is, but if you spend around, like, you know, $3,200 or $3,500, you're going to get something remarkable. You're going to get something great. Banjo asks, what's the best processor I bought? You mean hardware? Best processor I've used. Meaning, you mean I'm assuming you mean you mean hardware. Yeah, hardware I'd have to think about, because again, I got to go think about this back to the studio days. And see, back then it was mainly we didn't use channel strips in the studio like this. Like, because channel strips have everything in one thing. Like, instead of having one channel strip where we would plug a mic in and record, we would literally have a mic pre, and then, you know, and maybe the mic pre by itself, and then actually run the cable into a compressor. And then, so we, you know what I mean? We used to chain together several things to get great sounds. And, you know, different mic pre's, like, you know, definitely Neve mic pre's, 1073s, and yeah, I'd have to really revisit my days. But, you know, then compressors, you got the LA2A and the 1176, right? Those are classics. Sorry for all the gear questions. Dude, we're in the lounge. We're lounging. Have you considered a 500 series rack because you could select each component you want? No, I don't even know what the 500 series is. Uh, 500 series chassis? Why isn't it opening in... There we go. Oh. Yeah, I haven't looked at this. This might be good too. I don't know. If you can get a little chassis and sort of, you know, daisy chain a bunch of different gear together, that'd be kind of cool. I haven't looked into this though. But see, you got me looking at this now because the description and the way it looks, and I don't know. So maybe Bandrew, I don't know if there's a way to try this stuff. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe you'd have to buy it and then try it and then be able to send it back, like, or maybe the easiest way to do that. Well, I don't know. Maybe you could just order it from Sweetwater and then you'd have to mail it back though. But, or maybe there's a local Guitar Center or something where you could have them order it. So then you just pick it up from there. You buy it from there, and then if you have to return it, you just bring it back to them, and they just take it and they ship it back. But yeah, other than that, I don't know how you would try this stuff. I'd love to try this stuff. I do need to wear a smoking jacket. I'm wearing a Rocky Mountain sweatshirt. I do need a smoking jacket, and you know, if I drank alcohol, I'd probably drink alcohol, but I don't. And I don't smoke. But I do. I mean, I'm hitting the iced tea pretty hard. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Right? And should I get also like a big Victorian chair to sit in? Like a red velvet Victorian chair? I could probably get a green screen and get some of that in there, right? So, you know what I'm really psyched for is the day when I can bring some of you guys onto this lounge with me. God! I mean, I don't mind going at it alone, and Bandrew, I had a talk with Bandrew maybe a couple weeks ago, and Bandrew, it's gonna sound corny and stuff, but like what you told me at the end of our talk, like really meant a lot to me, and I even told my wife, and so you really gave me the confidence that I could just do this by myself and hold down the fort at least, you know what I mean? So thank you for that, Bandrew. Of course, Mr. Podcastage. You should go to his YouTube channel. Have you guys been here? I mean, one of my favorite things in life is when Bandrew puts out videos. I mean, dude, seriously, everyone just go to this Podcastage YouTube channel and just subscribe and hit the bell thingy, okay? Because that's what I'm supposed to say, right? Is that what I'm supposed to say? He does these reviews, and of course, my favorite part is when he'll show you the box and then he'll throw it over his shoulder. And dude, you've been getting really creative in the last couple weeks. I mean, I think you were trying to hit I forget what you did, but dude, funny as hell. I love it. There you go, Podcasted. So maybe we'll get Bandrew on here with a smoking jacket, throwing a box over his shoulder with a pipe. Right? With a pipe. All right, I can't smoke a pipe. That's one thing about studios is like, well, I mean, this, I don't have too much gear, but I have enough gear, and it's like smoke is not the best for gear, so. All right, Heather, Bandrew, Carrie, Ross, everyone who's here, seriously, thanks for hanging out. I think we're gonna end it here. I'm so happy you could all hang out with me. Really, I am. I mean, this is like, I've wanted to do this for so long. Mark Johansson, thank you, brother. I want you to come. Well, come on. Mark Johansson won't even come on my audio podcast. He's not going to come on my video lounge, or my podcaster's lounge. There you go. See, now the music seems loud to me, but it's probably okay, right? I think it's probably okay. So, all right, well, thank you. I'm going to sign off. We'll be back next week at the same time. I also will mention, I will be streaming at off times. after I get my internet connection figured out tomorrow, remember the new router's coming tomorrow, then I'm gonna, like, maybe on a weekend if I have time, I'll stream, or another time during the week. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But thank you, everybody. Motivational Mario game music, right? I don't know. What's it called? What's the name of it? It's called Free Fall by Alex Grindo and Jordan Kelvid ... Thanks, Bandrew. All right, everybody. Peace out. Rock on. If I had... Oh. No, see, last week I had my Barry clips. Yeah, oh yeah. This week I don't. Anyway, all right. I'm going to end it here. Peace out, everybody. We'll see you next week. See you on social. Rock on. It's almost sad that we have to end it here, right? Anyone else sad beside me? All right. Take care, everybody. Peace out.